Hey, this is Matt once again. What about you in the video? The paid request this time for Al. Thank you so much, Al. I really do appreciate it, as well as everyone who has sent in paid requests. And if you would like to send one in, feel free. You can send either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box underneath each of these videos. It could be for a review, a comparison, a topic, a reaction, a commentary, a stream. I mean, pretty much anything. Feel free. Just let me know. But this is for a review of the film Unthinkable, which came out in 2010. It's a film not many people may know about. It stars Samuel L. Jackson, which I think this is one of the few films he doesn't say motherfucker. I don't think he did. Michael Sheen, who I believe was in some of the Underworld movies, and Carrie-Anne Moss from the Matrix films, Trinity. You also have Stephen Root. I remember him. He's a guy in Office Space. That's Stephen Root. He's been in other stuff as well. Pretty much this is a movie where Michael Sheen is a terrorist, and he's done a video saying he has put 3 nuclear bombs in 3 cities. He got himself caught. And now you have this FBI agent, Carrie-Anne Moss, the military, and then Sam Jackson's brought in as this interrogator. And most of the film is in this location, trying to get Michael Sheen to talk. And it's the whole moral ground of what are the limits to interrogation, what's the limits to intimidation, torture, in order to find this stuff out. And that's pretty much most of the film. Sam Jackson doing more and more crazy methods. Carrie-Anne Moss does not think that should be done. Arguments with each other. Some pushing for this, some not. And that's a good chunk of it. And I will say, number one, I think the actors do their jobs well. It does make you think. I will say, it does make you think, like, who's right? Is Sam Jackson right? Or is Carrie-Anne Moss right? And you just tell, like, Sam Jackson, he kind of pushing into doing this because his family's kind of in danger too. As sometimes he does this and he's out puking in the bathroom. So there are a couple times he goes up to Carrie-Anne Moss and tells her, if you tell me to stop, I will. Or, justify me. Tell me it's okay. I do think Sam Jackson really makes the film work. Now, there's a part of me, I don't know if this justified the whole running time. It felt like this whole plot could have been told in a 40-some minute episode of some show. Listen, I don't know if it justifies a whole running time for this, but I will say it does keep you thinking. Even Michael Sheen does a good job as a guy who could, in worse hands, be put into a one-dimensional villain role, but he's not. Oh, Brandon Routh, who is Superman in Superman Returns, he has a small role as this, as one of the FBI people worked with Carrie-Anne Moss. And like I said, I don't know if it really worked with me in the fact that I think it could have been a shorter running time. I think this is a concept. It is all in pretty much one. Most of the film is in this one location, and it's kind of going in circles, this conversation. Is it justified? Is it not justified? So it gets to the point, like, okay, we're going in circles. We did in the point. Where else is this going? Okay, this is the point. That's what I mean by the longer the running time went, the lesser kind of the thought process went into this whole ordeal. But I think for what it's trying to do is decently effective. How do I go? I have to go into this with spoilers, starting now. Sam plays the character of H. he's trying to get to know Carrie-Anne Moss a little bit more, looking over her file. Wow, you chose a career over family. You better watch out. They'll think you're a lesbian if you do that. And Sam, at times, is no nonsense where someone goes, "We're under a lot of pressure," and Sam goes, "You're a grown man. Deal with it." And I said, he pushes the interrogation. He's cutting fingers off. He's electrocuting, shotting, I should say. He pushing more and more. Cam Moss is very much against it. And there's little moments that I will say made it, the seeming redundancy, more tolerable. For example, the bad guy, what he wants is change the Middle East policy. And even Sam, well, demands seem a bit reasonable. Like, he wants some people out of this country, that country, and it doesn't seem like a big old... considering there's 3 nuclear bombs that could blow up, this does seem a bit reasonable. Of course, it goes to the whole, you can't listen to, you can't, what's the phrase? We can't negotiate with terrorists type of mentality. And it seems like, okay, we're maybe starting to feel pity in a weird way for Michael Sheen, but then it gets to a point where there's a bomb that goes off, a regular bomb that kills 53 people, and Carrie-Anne Moss is upset. And he's like, "It's your fault." Michael Sheen's like, "It's your fault. You're just a blight." Now this is where Carrie-Anne Moss, even she gets, ready to do it. She's getting ready to cut the guy. She's got a scalpel. So I like that there's a moment where even she is pushed into this, and even she has the feel of wanting to go over that limit, so to speak. I do like that. 53 people dying would do that to you. And Sam even tells Terry, "If you tell me to stop, I will." Like, again, he's Sam in a way because his family is kind of put in some kind of... He's in like a protection theme with the government. And if you do this, we'll keep protecting you. If not, we'll let you to try to survive on your own. So he's doing this to help his family and also to hopefully save the people that... these 3 nuclear bombs don't go off. But like I said, I like the moments where Sam is doubting himself, like he's puking in the bathroom, things of that nature. I thought that made the character a bit more of a human and not Sam motherfucking Jackson. What that could easily go into one-note territory. As it goes up, it does elevate where they... Oh, one other bit I liked is they have Sam Jackson's wife. And Carrie-Anne Moss kind of trying to talk to the wife about, hey, what your husband's doing. And she's like, "You know where I was in? What was the... She was from Bosnia. I was in Bosnia. They raped me, killed my family. And, these people were my neighbors." And then Sam later on, "Oh, she told you that story, huh? Did she tell you the rest?" They found those people and killed them and their wives and their children. So there you go. Sam's wife don't fuck around. And when I say it elevates, and this is heavy spoilers, it is to the point where Sam has the Michael Sheen's wife in there. And Michael Sheen does a good job. Like, he's not stoic. He's, tearing up. He's crying, this and that. Because of all this amount of torture he's going through. And there's a point where, Sam goes, "This isn't about you." And fucking slices the wife's throat. Right in front of Michael Sheen. And it's one of those things where it does make you question how far would you go. Because, yeah, that's horrible. He killed this guy's wife in front of him. That's horrible. On the flip side, you have 3 nuclear bombs that's going to kill... I mean, they're nuclear bombs, too. I mean, how much damage do you think a nuclear bomb's going to do in a city like New York or LA or wherever? How many millions of women and children and babies are going to die? What would you do? And that's what I think the movie was trying to do. Would you do an unthinkable? Let's say you're in a situation. There's a guy who could tell you that a nuclear bomb is going to set off in Chicago. Millions of people are going to die. And it's a nuclear bomb, so who knows what the hell the lasting effects will be throughout the entire country. And this guy could talk, but you gotta do the unthinkable, like slash this guy's wife's throat. What would you do? You just say, no, I won't do it. And it's certain that bomb's gonna go off. What would you do? Again, this is the question. What would you do? I was like, I don't know what I would do. Again, I like with Sam's character, later on, there's a bit where he hides somewhere and he cries. So it doesn't show that he's just, like, again, it's not the one-note typical Sam motherfucking Jackson. And this is when the movie really, I thought, was its best moments of this tension. With now just the wife, and then now he's bringing the kids in, Michael Sheen's kids. And Carrie-Anne Moss is like, no. And one of the soldiers is like, no, this ain't happening. And then Sam Jackson locks the door. They can't get in. It's like, yeah, see, they know I'll do it. How about you? You believe I'll do it? And the guy says the location of the 3 bombs. And Sam Jackson's still trying to steer him, trying to do this. We don't know why for certain. We know later. And, you know, door broken down. Some of them beat the shit out of Sam to get the kids out of there. And then Sam, you know, he's bloodied, he's tired. Maybe a little bit, I don't know if aggravated is the word. It's like, well, you won, man. Man, I guess, then I don't even know I asked you about the 4th bomb. What are you talking about? Well, I mean, come on, this guy knew. He knew that he might not make it. He might not last. And how much stuff was stolen? Which, I mean, that's a thing that's a bit of a... Number one, the way to describe what it takes to make a nuclear bomb, I'm like, I think it takes a lot more to make a nuclear bomb than this material you're saying. And number two, the fact that nobody else could do math other than Sam. Like, you said it was this much. 3 bombs would make this much. There's this much left. Like, no one else figured that out? With all the FBI, military? I mean, that was also a bit hard to believe, too. Like, really? I mean, even Sam says it's simple fucking math. That's what I mean, like, nobody else thought of that? Nobody? But anyway. And I think Sam, the way I looked at his character here, he kind of knows, like, okay, we don't get these 3 bombs, but there's one more out there. And this guy's like, get those kids back in here. And Sam's like, oh yeah, do what? Huh? You want me, you know, can he do the unthinkable? And then talks to Carrie-Anne Moss and goes, justify me, you know, tell me it's okay. It's 2 kids versus thousands. And Carrie-Anne Moss says, no, it's wrong. Let the bomb go. That's one aspect. I think there should have been more of a I don't know from Carrie-Anne Moss. Her being so adamant, no, let the bomb go off. I thought that was a bit too, I don't want to say clean cut, but to just easily go, yeah, let thousands of people die. Right, she did say, well, we don't know. I mean, you said yourself, Sam Jackson's here. You said he was crazy. Who knows what? There's even a 4th bomb. We don't know that. So they at least they did add that in, but I would like if she was a bit more unsure of herself. Because I think Carrie-Anne Moss is supposed to try to represent the viewer. Yeah, at least that's what it seemed like. I think as a viewer, we'd be more of a question mark than, yeah, fine, let the bomb blow. This is wrong. But I just, they wanted that counterbalance to Sam's character. And again, who was right? Was Sam right or was Carrie-Anne Moss right? And then Michael Sheen grabs a gun, shoots himself. Before that, tells Carrie-Anne Moss, take care of my kids. Carrie-Anne Moss has the kids. Sam goes, nice doing business with you, to Carrie-Anne Moss. Now, I guess depending on which version you watch, I saw the version where the ending's extended. The FBI stops this bomb, but there's a fourth bomb. 3, 2, 1, click, cuts away, and you just assume it blows up, and then the U.S. got a nuclear bomb up its ass. So, I mean, it's a pretty grim finale, because even one nuclear bomb, we'd be fucked. Let's be honest. Not something you brush off. And sometimes as part of me is like, Michael Sheen, don't make me feel sorry for you. I understand there's horrible stuff going on and in the country you're from. Talk about the character. But 3 nuclear bombs in one country, that's annihilation. Complete annihilation, and don't try to make me feel sorry for you. Like, fuck that. Like, that's still... I think Carrie-Anne Moss could have pushed that a bit more. She does with the 53 people that get blown up by the regular bomb, but again, it's like she's the good cop, Sam does the bad cop, and I think sometimes it seems like Carrie-Anne Moss, they try to write her to be too much of a good cop at times. And that's why it was nice to see those little rough pieces of armor shown. But yeah, it does its job, which it makes you question on what you would do. Like, okay, the kids. Would you kill the 2 kids to get this guy to talk about this 4th nuclear bomb? I mean, it's easy to say, well, yes, because I'm saving, millions, possibly. Not possibly, you'd be saving millions. That's easy to say when it's not in front of you. If it's right in front of you, is it really that easy to say? Can you do the unthinkable? It does create an interesting conundrum of a question. I think that, like I said, it's interesting, but like I said, I do wonder if this was a 30-40 minute episode of like some anthology show. Maybe it would be even more tense, more... how do I put it? Tighter. More of a tighter pace. Like I said, I don't know if 90 minutes, you get sort of that we're going in circles type of thing. Like when in the middle, when they keep shotting him and they're shotting him and blah blah blah, it's just like, okay, we did it, move on. But overall, this was, I mean, I wouldn't say, at least it's a grim ending. I think there's another cut where they don't have that last bit in it. Could be wrong. But if you like Sam Jackson, and you like movies that give you a bit of a conundrum of a moral dilemma, it's at least an interesting watch. At least one time. Like I said, I think the cast, for the most part, do a pretty damn decent job. Hey, that's just me. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll We'll see you guys later.